We have all been brought up with the notion of vampires. We can easily imagine Count Dracula in his long black cape suckling the neck of a hapless victim. Stories of vampires fill the silver screen. Dracula, Son of Dracula, Blackula, Nosferatu, Twilight, Interview with a Vampire, and Blade are only a few of the many movies that are based on Bram Stoker's classic portrayal of Dracula. Stoker's blood-sucking, shape-shifting, immortal villain, Dracula, is inspired by the life of Vlad the Impaler, the Transylvanian-born 15th century prince. These creatures of the night, in order to sustain their life and vitality, are purported to feast on human blood. Vampires, as seen in movies, may only be fictitious characters. There are, however, real-life, living, breathing individuals who are described as vampires. You may have already encountered one. These leech-like creatures are energy vampires. Energy vampires intentionally, or more often unintentionally, feed off of the life force energy of unsuspecting individuals instead of consuming their blood. They create a parasitic relationship between themselves and others. As living beings, we are each filled with universal life force energy. It is known as chi, prana, and orgone, to name a few of the words that describe this invisible force. Universal life force energy animates us and sustains us. We are able to create and maintain this unseen aspect of ourselves when we are healthy. Some energy vampires are unable to sustain their chi at healthy levels. Their ability to produce this vitalizing energy is depressed or not functioning correctly. They look toward others to support their depleted energy resources, thus boosting their own. This may have occurred because they were violated or traumatized, making it difficult for them to connect with this part of their being. They may discover at an early age how to siphon their shortage of energy off others. Energy vampires can also learn these negative traits if they grow up in an environment where their parents steal energy from them or others. These same children may also learn to become a good host. They are taught growing up how to remain quiet and passive during an energy feeding. There are even individuals who consciously decide to become an energy vampire. Sites can be found on the internet that provide instructions on how to tap into the energy of others. An example of this is the website, The Darkness of the Light. It offers information and tips on how to become a successful psychic vampire. It states, "It is recommended that the beginner, especially those without a proper teacher, feed from people who seem invigorated, or shall we say, hyper. This is the easiest victim, for they seem to radiate energy. Open season for the hungry vampire. After more practice, one can feed off anyone." An energy vampire does not have long pointed teeth or wear a black cape. Most energy vampires are undetectable upon first glance. They appear as well-meaning, normal people. It is only when you spend a little time with an energy vampire that their true colors may be revealed. The goal of an energy vampire is to control your space. They use a variety of ways to manipulate you that fall into two major categories: extroverted and introverted. The extroverted energy vampire may seem highly attractive. You might find yourself mysteriously fascinated by them. They may have a strong opinion about themselves, their ideas, and their beliefs. In a more negative light, their self-serving, outgoing nature may cause them to be stubborn, opinionated, or angry. Whatever form they take, They endeavor to control your energy in an external, outgoing way. Extroverted energy vampires are sometimes hard to detect. Introverted energy vampires, on the other hand, take on a very different form. They are also more easily spotted. They may complain incessantly about their problems, giving you little if any opportunity to respond or interact. They may throw pity parties or have a poor me attitude toward life, the consummate victim. Both types of energy consumers may use guilt, fear, anger, sadness, or a variety of emotions to manipulate your energy. Think about a drama queen who can stir up the energy in a room in a single bound. An individual whose life force energy is being drained by an energy vampire will often feel tired, bored, lack motivation, become irritated, overwhelmed, disoriented, depressed, or feel out of sorts after a brief encounter. Hosts tend to be suggestible, have weak boundaries, and are often afraid or unwilling to say no. Many times, they are people pleasers who do not like to let others down. Energy vampires steal vitality from their victims by upsetting their auric field. They knock their hosts out of their bodies, leaving them in a dissociative state. The vampire achieves this through one of his or her well-practiced introverted or extroverted manipulation tactics. We are in a dissociative state when we are not in the present moment. Our mind wanders and we become unaware of what is going on around us. In essence, we space out, thus leaving the door open for the energy vampire to invade. Being the victim of an energy vampire is not all one-sided. The host can get something in return that keeps him or her giving their energy away. The interactions they have might leave them feeling loved, needed, valued, or in some cases safe. Some even find their exchanges with an energy vampire satisfying or believe that they are fulfilling their life purpose. Remember, many energy vampire hosts have been trained from an early age to provide their life force energy to others. The first step in stopping the victimization of energy vampirism is to wake up to what's going on. Are you consistently experiencing one of the symptoms listed earlier when you are around certain individuals? You might be acting as a host to one of these parasitic creatures if you are. Once you identify the threat, steps can be taken to lessen the hold they have on you. As you may recall, energy vampires prey on individuals with weak boundaries and fragile auric fields. Through their control tactics, they interfere with the flow of your life force energy, causing you to disassociate from your body. Taking steps to protect your aura and your energy space will increase your boundaries and make it harder for them to feed. Stopping their ability to nourish themselves off of you can be as easy as getting yourself, a spirit, back into your body. Try closing your eyes and taking a deep breath when you're around one of these individuals. Allow your whole self to ground and your essence relax. This will help you assert yourself and bring you back into your body. Getting back into your body calms and centers your psyche. It strengthens your boundaries and auric field. It will help you to return to the present moment. You can also try crossing your arms with the intention of strengthening and protecting your auric field. Holding up your hand, as in talk to the hand, will also help to define and strengthen your boundaries. If you know you're going to be around one of these energy suckers, imagine a mirror, reflective surface facing away from you, sitting about 18 to 24 inches away from your body. This will put the mirror on the outside edge of your auric field and will work to reflect their ill-intentioned energy back at them. If you realize that you have been a host to an energy vampire your whole life, take the time to look at yourself and your life frankly. Work to resolve old wounds. Uncover why you keep giving your energy away and identify any secondary benefits you might be gaining from these negative interactions. They say that knowledge is power, and with any kind of personal transformation, recognizing we have a problem is 50% of the solution. Our lives are all about choices, and sometimes the choices we have to make can be hard. In the case of dealing with an energy vampire, at times the only choice we are left with is to walk away. We are honoring our energy, our autonomy, and ourselves when we end a relationship with an energy vampire. This is the only way to stop ongoing attacks with some individuals. Intentional or not, energy vampires, unlike their movie counterparts, are real. Their need to feed off your life force energy is real as well. Their negative behavior compromises you each time it occurs. Their tactics for knocking you out of your body and putting you into a dissociative state robs you of your choices and interferes with your ability to live a happy, self-directed life. Are you the victim of an energy vampire?